Hello, SpongicX here with more Sonic World. So, after putting more time into this, I unlocked a lot more levels. And so, there's like variants of these levels that you get for collecting all the 5 star rings. And there's also some side missions that I didn't go over when I did my part 1. So, I thought I'd go back and revisit the game and show off some of the more features this game has. So, there is one thing I missed out on the island mode. So, apparently there is a shop. So you can store up on your rings and unlock upgrades similar to like the ones you had in games like Sonic Generations. And there's also some really funny ones too. Surprisingly, there's not a whole lot though, for certain categories at least. Like, for instance, only one character gets like, well, aside from Sonic, who gets most of the upgrades, only one other character gets some of these upgrades, and that's Amy. She gets an upgrade, which is really expensive. I can't even afford it, but it's supposed to make her spin dash last longer, or her hammer spin, I mean. But, so, as you can see, one of my abilities is already equipped, and that's a ring magnet. So, I can attract rings without needing the electric shield, which is cool. So, you go up to Vanilla, you press the R button, and then, here's where you can buy all the abilities. So, you need, like, a 1 million, I think, no, wait. You need 10,000 to get Busted Amy, is what they call it, but otherwise, let's see. So that's one I don't want to get, Endless Gauge. It gives you infinite gauge, but you can't collect rings anymore. Sucks. But so, they have like a double jump. And let's see, what else? So you can get the drop dash, get the boost ability. You can also get default shields. You can only use it once per stage, though. Figures. Oh, I guess you can only have one of these abilities equipped at a time, I guess. Huh. And that sucks that there is no option to have this stuff equipped before going to the level. You always have to go back to the island mode for this, but. And so, we got, I thought this was funny. So then we got a few, they call them cosmetics, but they're really not. They're more like little visual cheats. So, here's one called Blaze's Chest. It'll make you a flat character. Get it? Flat as Blaze's chest, basically. And so, yeah, no, I'm not actually. Otherwise, it's like, that's funny, but naughty at the same time. Then, Classic Sonic, for some reason, it turned you invisible. So that's kind of misleading. Some people might buy that and think, oh, it'll turn you into Classic Sonic, but they didn't read the description. But, okay, so. I had a double jump code activated, but that was kind of useless and unresponsive, so I shut it off. But, so in exchange, I will now have a default shield when I load up into levels. Cool. But let's see. So, I think I'm going to try doing pair mode, because I noticed, like, in some levels when you use team mode, it causes the game to lag real badly, and so I'm going to just try it out like this for a little bit, and if it still lags, I'll have to go to single mode then. But, so before I get started on the alternate stage, I'm going to play one of the side missions, which turns Emerald Coast into a flooded stage. Kind of cool. I wish more Sonic games would do that. Like, I was never really a fan of the mission structures in most Sonic games. I'd rather just have level variants instead of, like, collect 100 rings before the level ends, or time trials and all that stuff, or find the missing objects. I hate those things. I'd rather just have alternate takes on previous existing levels. So here's, like, a fun way to spice things up. Just, probably should have equipped the water shield, but I probably won't need it. I like how every time you change a mission, the music changes, usually from a different level, or a different game, for that matter, but it's a nice way to mix things up. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is I found out that if you pause the game, you can press the L trigger and activate what's called capture mode. So it allows you to manipulate the camera for like some cool images. The only thing it's missing though, unfortunately, is it does not have a snapshot button. So this is more useful for if you're using like a screen recorder, like I'm currently using OBS. So, but yeah, it is really cool. Unfortunately, it's not very reliable. Like sometimes like it has trouble finding the characters when like you turn it on sometimes. So there are a few filters, but they're not like as advanced as like ones you'd get in games like Mario Odyssey or Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I wouldn't really bother messing with those, but it's still kind of a cool feature. Like if you want to make a thumbnail for a video, if I knew about that ahead of time, I would have used that for some of my previous uploads. But it also works with the Chow Garden, so if you want to take pictures of your characters with your Chow and. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I accidentally disabled the HUD when I was in the camera mode, so I had to turn that back on just like it shut off. Okay, and so here's the other variant for. So this only gets unlocked if you get all 5-star rings that are hidden in this level. And so I was able to find all the hidden star rings in the main levels. There are some in the DLC levels, but some of those are very wonky to where, like, I tried getting all the 5-star rings in the Mario 64 Bob on Battlefield level, and I don't know, that level feels unresponsive. It's like you're supposed to complete 5 objectives and collect, like, the stars, and so I can never get the 5th one. I got, like, all of the others, and I don't know. So that's one level I won't be able to see the variant of, but I was able to unlock like one of the variants of one of the DLC levels, but it didn't work. But anyways, I thought this was really cool. So anyone who's played Sonic Shuffle will recognize this as Emerald Coast from that game. And I love how they even have the board maps, the little spaces, and it's like if you jump on the blue ones, you'll actually get rings. So you want to avoid the red ones, otherwise you'll lose rings. And it's best to avoid the chance spaces because something bad can happen. Usually like a ghost will spawn. And so I don't know if this is necessary to progress, but I did notice how there are the precious stones in this level. For those who don't know, Sonic Shuffle was like a Mario Party game for Dreamcast, and it wasn't very good, though. As fun as it sounds, it wasn't very good. There is some nostalgia to it, though. I just wish the gameplay was better. Like, many complain, like, the controls were bad, the mini-games were bad, it just didn't play the way you would expect. It was too sluggish and unresponsive, and the CPU were, like, the worst part of it. They were broken as hell. It did not give you a fair chance. But, you know, some could still say, though, they like the music or the visuals. Like, the visuals were one of the most standout things of that game. It had, like, a cel-shaded art style, very unique for a Sonic game, especially at the time. Oh, what the heck? I thought you could walk on that, dang it. And so, anyways, as I was getting to, the precious stones were like your superstars, basically. There were 7 of them in the levels. So yeah, you could say they easily could have used the Chaos Emeralds instead, but instead they created 7 other mystical gems. But, yeah, like, I had a big smile on my face when I saw, like, this is what you get for collecting all the 5-star rings. And I don't know why, but ever since I activate the ring magnet code, sometimes I get a glitch where the big star rings are stuck to the characters, so nothing I can do about it, sorry. There's the first precious stone. I still don't even know if they're necessary to progress. So I think all you have to do is find oh, what was the name of that what was the name of that like one ruby from Sonic Forces that gave Infinite his power? Like that's what you have to find. I can't believe I forgot the name of that, but that was close. Unfortunately, not all of the variant levels you get in this are as good as this one. Like this one was like a really creative idea. But some of them just feel like too much of exact copies of levels you've already been to. And you could say this feels kind of like a mirrored version of Emerald Coast, but they did so much with the visuals and layouts of everything that it almost feels like a completely different level. They did more than just give it a skin job. They actually did a lot to rearrange this, and that's what makes this really fun. So other levels, some of the other ones really do feel like just simple alternate skins instead of you know, big overhauls like this one. Ah. Ah, shoot! God, that tail whip is so unresponsive. Sometimes it just launches you. Oh yeah, I forgot. Once you get enough of the hidden emblems in this game, like one of the last unlockables you get is the ability to super transform. So every character can get the super transformation, however, not all of them will have a physical appearance. Like, they all have their own little animation where they do, like, the super pose and get the emeralds surrounding them, but... mainly any character who's already had a super form in the games will get one. So that includes Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Mighty, Ray, Shadow, Silver, Blaze the Cat. Otherwise, yeah, if you're hoping to see, like, super forms of characters like Amy, Rouge the Bat, Omega, or anything, you're out of luck. Only characters who previously had one officially in a video game. Kinda sucks. I know there was a previous build of Sonic World where every character had a super form, but I don't know why they got rid of it. Some of them are still possible, though. One of the character mods is called the Legacy Pack, and it lets you play as the characters as they were in some of the previous builds, and they still have their super forms intact. I did have it at one point, but I thought, what's the point, though? Because honestly, the characters play a little bit better in this build, so even with super form, it's not really worth it. I just thought it crowded up the character select screen, so what was the point? But okay, but yeah, that was fun. Okay, so just to be safe, for the next level, I'm gonna have to just go into singles just to be safe, so I don't want to risk having the game freeze on me. Let's see, I'll just play as Rouge. So, oh, I'm sorry, I was speaking ahead, but anyways, I'll just stick with one character anyways, but... So, let's see, now we have the variants for Seaside Hill. So first, this one I think is more based on like a build from the previous games, because Seaside Hill was very different in the previous builds of Sonic World. So for Sonic World DX, they got a more, obviously a more improved one, so this is the more primitive one that we're going for. It's not a 100% recreation, though, but it's definitely an homage to it. Because, like, I remember this was how the level started out, where you had, like, a grind rail and all that. But so, one of the things I bought at the shop allows me to disable it gives everyone the spin dash and a spin jump. So instead of a regular spin dash in this game, Rouge had a spin kick, but since I shut that off, she no longer has that. She now curls into a ball like Sonic, so... honestly, they're better off with the balls, though, because it just helps them get through the levels better. That camera angle. Wait, let me see. Okay. Oh. That was close. Okay, before I go further, I'm just going to stop by the Chow Garden real quick. Give me a chance to show how much my Chow I've grown. I currently have 2 Chow in my garden. I had a third one, but I thought there was something wrong with it, so I got rid of it. But, like, I thought it was glitched to a point where it couldn't be fixed, but apparently it was just a glitch that would have occurred over time. There's an error where every time I tried feeding it, it just kept, like, repeatedly, spamming, like, it picking it up and it wasn't eating it, so I got rid of it just to be safe, but turns out it would have wore out over time. If I had known that, I would have kept it, but luckily it wasn't. It was just like a newborn Chow, so it didn't have any, like, stats, but this right here is my best one right now, Champ. He's got his power stats maxed out, and my other one is, like, on and off of mating right now, and if I could, I would get, like, one of those heart fruits and give it a Champ. Unfortunately, he won't eat it because he's always full, so anytime I try getting it, they have to eat it all for the effect to take effect. So it's always where they're just taking, like, one little bite out of it and then throwing it away. So there's nothing I can do about it. So if I could, like, both of them have had times where they were ready to mate, but never at the same time. So, but man, the stats really elevate in this game. Like, when the Chows get, like, their speed stats, they run fast. It's a good thing there's a whistle button, otherwise it would be like a pain in the ass to try to keep catching them all the time. Okay, and I just noticed Champ now has max stamina as well. And unfortunately, the Chow can die in this game. They can evolve, but I don't know why mine didn't change appearances then, but because they just look like neutral, despite how I've mostly been playing as hero characters when, I mean, yeah, hard to say right there, because I flat out was a Team Dark character, but still. Okay, so the Seaside Hill variant is one of the Sonic R levels. Pretty cool.
You can count on me.
And, no, you cannot go through the ring gates. Believe me, I tried. So here we have one of those missions where you got to fight off a wave of enemies, and you do not want to play this in T mode or it will lag really badly. I'm not sure if it'll work, but I notice there are some levels where when they want you to, you know, beat up all the enemies. I notice like sometimes when you're playing as the robot characters or the shooting characters, I mean, it sometimes doesn't register properly. I don't know why it does that, but it, for instance, like when you shoot like some of the enemies, it won't count as a KO. So I'm gonna see how far I can go with this. I hope it doesn't act up on me, but the lock-on is pretty bad in this game. It feels very unresponsive. It's like it's clearly locked onto something, but sometimes it just doesn't register. It's like you never want to use like close combat characters for these segments because you're just begging to get hurt when you do that, because the hit detection on this game is pretty bad at times. So you try sometimes just using a homing attack on an enemy that should have killed them just hurts you for no reason. And yeah, see what I mean? How broken the shooting characters are? Like that should have defeated him and ended the level. Instead, it shot him out of existence. So yeah, the shooting characters need a lot of work. They are broken as hell. Okay, so this isn't one of those annoying auto runner levels based on a Sonic Forces level. Damn it. That is so broken. If I made it to the end of that, it would have, Silver would have just been running forever. He wouldn't have had any way to clip through that, so. Now this part is really, like, when you get to this point, let go of the joystick, I'm warning you. Because, don't say I didn't warn you, but it is bullshit. I had it where, so it's supposed to drop you right onto the infinite stone, or whatever, the infinite ruby, or whatever you called it, but, for some reason, it did not work, like, when I first played this level. Like, they missed it somehow, and I don't know why. I think it had something to do with the fact that I was playing with, you know, a triple team instead of a single. Like I said, with the auto runners, play with a single character, or it'll cause the level to act unresponsive. So, the variant for Love Garden is very underwhelming. It's basically just a copy-paste of the original, but with a more winter aesthetic. And there are some different enemies here. So, it's definitely a harder version of the level, but it's still underwhelming.
Let's see what you've got.
And you got that creepy void music from Sonic Shuffle playing in the background for no reason.
I'll take it from here.
Here I come.
Here I come.
Let's see what you've got.
It's showtime.
So, for the Green Hill variant, it's mainly just the Sonic Forces Sand Hill version. On the bright side, they don't use the annoying music from that version of Green Hill Zone. It uses a different remix. Much better one, definitely. Yeah, I noticed how Sega won't let you use Green Hill Zone, like if you're wanting to get monetized for your videos, which I don't worry about, though, but, for a number of reasons. But, anyways, I noticed how, every time, like, you upload a video Green Hill Zone, it'll say, it'll give you a minor copyright strikes. Like, you won't be in trouble, but it'll say you won't be able to make money off of it because you use Green Hill Zone's music. So, I know it wasn't always like that. I don't think it was until, like, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie came out where all of a sudden they were more strict with, the copyright of Green Hill Zone. How was Amy able to keep up with Supersonic? Shoot, I should have got a flight character. I probably need Amy for that. Or double jump would probably help. On the bright side, at least they got rid of all the water in this area. You don't have to worry about drowning in the sand, at least. Gives us more of a half-pipe feel. Sweet. Oh, dang it. I better do a single for this one. Because it crashes if you try using multiple characters during this one for some reason. But let's see. So this one's a pretty faulty level. Like, there was a point where, like, the game acted up and I kept dying at the same spot. So I had to start the whole level over. Like, I had to quit the game and start over just to have it work. But otherwise, it's cool how it's based on one of those hard levels from Sonic Advance 2, but heck, even during the regular variant of the stage, you're better off just playing as a single flight character instead of a team. God, I hate these auto runner sections. Like, that's the main reason I kept dying in this level, because there's a point where it's supposed to shut off, but it didn't. So I kept running in places I wasn't supposed to, till I just, like, crashed my death. It really sucks. Yeah, like, I don't know how many times I had to get respawn to this checkpoint, but hopefully it won't act up on me this time, but if it does, I'm sorry, but I'll be forced to quit this level because I'm not going through all that again. Yeah, this is the part that kept messing me up. Sometimes, like, the characters miss this ring they're supposed to jump through, which luckily he did. But then, like, the stupid camera angle, oh, man. It's like, don't play this level without a flight character, or you are screwed. And then it's not over yet. There's still more bullshit. An auto runner section's coming up, and sometimes it doesn't know when to shut itself off. I guess the best hint of advice I can give you is when you see you're supposed to like run to a fan at the end. Don't jump at it though. Just run right into it. Because if you try jumping at it, it'll cause Tails to accidentally miss it and jump over it. And then he'll clip through the wall and start running until he runs to his death. So luckily I was able to make it this time. Learn from my mistakes, but still. It's like usually games have a better job at preventing shit like that from happening. And I mean, this is just a fan game mode, but how many builds has this game had? You think people would have figured it out already, but... It's like, that's the thing, though. Like, if a thing's not finished, it shouldn't even be... Even if it's just a demo, things that aren't finished or fixed shouldn't even be in the game at all. So, yeah. Just because it's a fan game doesn't excuse them for having to release it in the final build. So this variant of Metal Harbor is basically Eggman's weapons bed.
I'll handle this.
That's just epic. That's one, you know, even though this game's not perfect, that's one thing I always loved about this. It basically let you, live out your biggest fantasies from the Sonic Adventure games. There's so many times where it's like, man, it's a shame that, like, this character didn't exist in this game, or it's a shame you couldn't play as this character in this level, and if you try even doing it yourself, the game will crash, and... So I know, like, I tried porting, like, Sonic into a weapons bed, and right when he attacked one of the robots, the game crashed. It had, like, an error, so... that's one thing I love about Sonic World. It lets you live out, like, some of the fantasies you wish you could have done without having to worry about the game breaking on you. Well, I wouldn't say it. The game will still break on you, but at least not, like... At least here it's more random instead of, like, always in the same spot, like in Sonic Adventure 2 mods and all that. But.
No match.
Rouge here. Mission commencing.
Yeah, this just feels like a Shadow and Rouge are on like some kind of secret agent mission. They're working together. What are these planes made of? Cardboard or jets?
I'll handle this.
It's showtime.
I love how even when in super form, like, the Shadow's still latching on to Rouge when she's in flight formation. It's so funny. It's like he doesn't need her for wings anymore, and yet he's still relying on her to give him a lift. That's funny.
Better behave yourself.
And F. And let's see. So, this mostly feels like just a reskin of Metal Harbor, but it's made to be themed after a level from Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Episode 1 or 2, I can't remember. But
Promise time, huh?
oh, I hate those cannons. They're even peskier here than they were in Sonic Heroes. Ah, shit! I hate how unresponsive the homing attack can be.
Better behave yourself.
I hate how when switching characters, sometimes like the controls get really unresponsive. Like the characters start jittering around a bit, so yeah, that's really unfortunate. Oh, cool.
I'll take it from here.
Well, if I get one more of those hidden emblems, I can actually unlock something in the island. I'm not sure what it does, but it said I needed 25, and I got 24 now. So I find one more. And a lot of them are hidden in these alternate levels. Oh, I got it! So, wow. That was fast.
I'll take it from here.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Not bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the island mode real quick and see what those 25 emblem things unlock.
It's time.
Okay, so it seemed to have built a bridge Yeah, I noticed there was like an island in the distance. I tried flying over there and it wouldn't let you. So that's why, because you had to get all the emblems. Okay, so what does the city have to offer? Should've got a flight character, maybe. Oh no, not this guy. The president? Oh no, not Sonic Man. What does that do? Legacy Act 2. Oh, yeah. I remember wondering what happened to that level. There was a level where you're in a city and you had to do like a treasure hunt basically. And so I was wondering why that wasn't a level select. Apparently that was a hidden level in this build.
Can't escape me.
I don't know, but the treasure hunting in this doesn't feel as responsive. I know, it doesn't feel as responsive as the ones from the adventure games. It's kind of insulting, but... Might be underground, I don't know. But remember there was an underground entrance somewhere. But... Found it. I was right, it was underground. Kind of sucks that there's no actual level select for that, though. So every time you want to go to that level, you always have to go to the island and go to the hub. That sucks. Also, I in part 1, I found like these little cards, and I didn't know what you did with them. They were a lot like the passes you needed in Sonic Adventure for getting into the bumper cart and Twinkle Circuit. And so I found out what they do, and they activate like certain side missions, mostly time limits. And I think the game froze on me, darn it. Here, wait, I'll have to reload. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, let's try that again. Not sure if there's anything else to see there, but let's find out. Dang it. I thought these walls would be perfectly climbable as a character like Tikal or Knuckles, but nope. Well, at least there's multiple ways to get up here. Another mission card, great. Is that all they have to offer here? Just a mission card? If so, that sucks. I'll at least see what it does, but I can't guarantee I'm going to actually try completing the mission. The Burger Man. Oh, no, that's not the Burger Man. That's some weird guy from Sonic Unleashed.
How can I make you understand?
Oh, good. The mission cards only work for here, so that means I don't have to worry about dragging them all the way down back to Jewel or whatever. Man, this is so glitchy. I guess that's it. Just more missions. Fantastic. I don't really think you get anything for winning the missions, though. All you really get are just, all you really get are just rings and stuff like that, but looks like there's at least 2 mission cards here. Oh, great. So that's the challenge here. I gotta play it with a heavy fog effect. I gotta admit, though, the fog does suit the Crisis City aesthetic. It really makes it feel like the city's covered in smog.
How can I make you understand?
Uh-oh. Well, at least there's not a time limit here. That would have sucked. Because obviously when you're in a level full of fog, you want to take things a little slower than you normally would. God, I love this music. I'm not gonna die him. Oh, come on. How was I supposed to know? That sucks. Now I gotta start the whole level over. Problem with having a foggy level is it's hard to tell where a cliff fall is gonna be and where one isn't. Oh, that was close.
Hear me now.
I gotta find some rings fast. I'm running out. Thank you. Ah, damn. That was close. Well, good thing I'm playing as a character who can grab onto ledges. I would have died plenty of times if I was just playing as Sonic or something. Oh man, I am lost. Come on, where now? Might be heading the wrong way. Or maybe not. Oh man. Well, that was an interesting challenge. Wasn't entirely fun, but it wasn't entirely painful either, at least. It was puzzling. Okay, I'll at least check out the other mission here while I'm at it. Just when you think you've seen everything this game has to offer. Green Forest. Challenge your destined rival. Oh, we got a boss fight. So it's just a recreation of Shadow's boss fight against Sonic. Who was in charge of picking like the voice clips for Tikal for her moveset? Because it just feels very distracting. I remember there was one mission where I was playing as Amy and I was fighting Blaze the cat, and it was so funny how like the way like Blaze was placed like after the defeat, it made it look like Amy was just like stomping on her. Like it kind of reminds me of that meme that's been going around where people took that picture of Wonder Woman stepping on Batman. They say like, I can't believe Amy Rose defeated Batman. Or
Fear my flames.
Ugh, what? How does Blaze's double jump not hurt enemies? It did in Sonic 06. Uh-oh. Ugh. You need to quit charging into those guys. No! Dang it. Come on. So then the alternate mission for Green Forest is basically just it's supposed to be White Jungle, but it just looks more like a gloomier, creepier version of Green Forest. It's got the music of White Jungle, the remix version of it. I can't remember, where did this remix version come from? I noticed it was also in the modern mod for Sonic Adventure 2, but wasn't this, I can't remember where I heard this music from, but I can't remember if it was a remix using another Sonic game or... I really don't like. I like how they tried bringing in Silver's psychic powers here, but I just don't think they work as well as they did in Sonic 06. Like in that, you could actually hold it and charge it to fling it, and here instead, he always slowly flings the enemies. He can't like charge it up to shoot them out fast anymore. It sucks. Uh-oh. Parts like these always make me nervous. Especially without a flight character.
Surrender to the cinders. Here goes nothing.
What? Ah, what? It flung the spring I was needed to get so I'm forced to quit the level, damn it. That sucks. Yeah, that was a real dumb move. Having the spring inside the box. It should have been under the box, not inside it.
Don't hold nothing back. I'll make Mighty proud. Feel that breeze. Don't hold nothing back. Yep. I can do this. Tubular.
This was always like my favorite part of Sonic 06. So then the Encore version of this is basically just the end of the world variant from the final level of Sonic 06. Originally, Shadow was playable during that part. It was mostly just a clone of Sonic's part, the opening part of Kingdom Valley.
Pure chaos.
Yeah, like earlier I was trying to remember what the heck was the name of that ruby. I remember that. It was called the Phantom Ruby. I don't know why I was having trouble remembering that, but... Sad how a fan game makes Infinite look cooler than the game he's actually from. He was a joke in that game. He's actually fun to play as in this.
My training is tested.
God, these things are so unresponsive. So the variant for Hang Castle is the final level from Sonic and the Secret Rings. I thought that was really cool, because that was actually one of my favorite levels in that game. The music and visuals on that were just awesome.
Success!
Oh, that was weird. That didn't happen the first time I played this level. It did there, though. I did better that time. I mean, I didn't get a good score, but I was dying a few times the first time I played that level, so slight improvement. Uh-oh. Hate when that happens. Ugh! Call an exorcist.
Warning, Robo approaching. Other engaged.
The controls during this part feel very off. Ah! And of course there's a freaking time limit. Screw that. So the variant for Mystic Jungle is one of the Sonic CD levels, Collision Chaos. And it actually has like the time travel gimmick.
Booster engaged.
What?
System
That was
down.
bullshit. Those things are supposed to bounce you.
Clickies detected near. Combat system online.
Okay, so the variant for Crisis City is really cool. Instead, it's a flooded Station Square from Sonic Adventure's finale. That's pretty cool. No perfect chaos, though, but otherwise you got the main theme, Open Your Heart, playing in the background, so cool. It's funny, though, how it's mostly just a reskin of Crisis City, but it still fits. It really does, like, despite how it has the same layout as Crisis City, they did a really good job at making it feel like it still belongs with the aesthetics of Sonic Adventure. Man, DDD is slow. What? What the hell did I do wrong? That time it worked. And then when you turn super form, I like how Dee Dee has his mask on and he has a longer armored hammer. That's pretty cool. Well, that's supposed to... Shit! Never mind. Stupid invisible barriers. So what we have next is one of the hardest levels in the game called Worst Cave. So in order to get this, you have to beat all the Encore modes, which means you have to get all the red star rings in each level and complete the levels they unlock. Otherwise, this was, in previous builds, this was available from the start, and I guess they thought this was challenging enough to be worth being an unlockable. I don't know, but once again, do not play this in team mode or it'll cause the level to lag terribly. And you either want to be a flying character or a gliding character. So I've already beaten this with Tails, so I thought, I'll try a gliding character now. The gliding actually makes it easier. At least for the start. It might get a little harder when you get to some of the more elevated areas, but... Luckily there are checkpoints, though, but... And then, not to mention, this is also a level that has red star rings, so luckily I was able to get it on my, first run, but I did die a few times, though, but at least I didn't have to start the level over or anything, but... Oh, shit. That was... man. You can't use any of your item equips for this level, so I can't equip a shield. Bummer. Yeah, dang, like, yeah, you want to play as a character who can glide, because they make this level so much easier, but... Uh-oh, I missed a checkpoint. And I'm out of rings. I'm in trouble. Ah! Damn it. You know, it's bad that it's hard enough, but then it would be easier if the game wasn't breaking on you like that. Oh, shit. We're not through yet. So there's also an icy version of it. Haven't played that yet, but... So I guess it's... Is it trying to say it'll be more slippery, or I don't know, but... Apparently I missed this one going through these levels, but...
I must do something.
Well, I see what makes it harder. You got like little icy winds bursting out of the ground, so you got more obstacles to dodge now. Bummer. Damn it. Yeah, you do not want to play this as a character like Sonic or Amy. They will die.
Hear me now. Hear me now. Hear me now.
Damn it.
I must do something.
Apparently you can use your shields. It wasn't letting me use it earlier, but it is now.
How can I make you understand?
Ah, that was a dick move. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. What? Now the controls aren't responding.
I'm to call.
It's like I'm trying to turn right and she won't.
No.
This is like the worst checkpoint ever. Now I feel like the game's starting to lag a little bit. Usually the game doesn't lag unless you start dying a lot, is one thing I know. But it gets even worse if you have more than one character on your team. Oh, come on, so close, so close. Son of a bitch, that was annoying. Okay, so for the next mission, I am definitely getting a flight character. And I don't know what's worse, the worst cave levels, the ice variant, or the last variant of it, but let's find out. So they base it off the underwater grinding levels from Sonic World, or Sonic Lost World, I mean, and a level I feel very mixed about. I think visually and music-wise, it's a beautiful level, but gameplay-wise, it is hell. And it's even worse on this, because the grinding rails are so unresponsive. So again, you want to be a flying character, otherwise you'll be sent flinging off, and even the flying character struggles to stay on the rails. It's ridiculous. But this is a level you don't want to try speed running through either. Like, if it let you home in on the rails, it might have been easier, but because you can't. On the bright side, at least this isn't like a level that's pushing you forward, like even when you're not on the rails, but this is just such a broken level. It does not work. This really needs a lot more polish, because as it is, this is like one of the worst levels in the game. Wow, I actually made it without dying that time. I died a lot of times, even with a flight character previously, but... So, for the most part, that's really all I have to show. There are a few other variants I can show off, though. So, for like, I didn't realize that if you change the missions or in Green Hill Zone, it would change the appearance a little bit. So let's try these out. These won't take as long as some of the other levels, but some of these are still pretty faulty.
I'll do my best. You can count on me.
The side-scrolling levels are so broken. It's like, sometimes, it's supposed to lock you into a left and right perspective, but sometimes, the controls get broken to where it's still acting like you're in a 3D roaming environment, and that kind of breaks the gameplay of these kind of levels. Like it's happening right now, in fact. Otherwise, this is mostly just a reskin of the other Green Hill Zone side-scrolling level. Look, another reskin.
I'll do my best.
Ah.
Partner.
What the hell? That wasn't supposed to happen. I think... Oh, man. What the hell was that? Sounded like someone was getting killed by some, like, Jurassic tidal wave or something. So now we have a treasure hunt level. Whoop-de-doo. So this is one of the only, side levels where I was able to get, like, an Encore mode for it, and that I couldn't even beat the Encore mode version of this level. I'll at least show you what it looks like, but I'm not gonna bother going through it, because, I don't know what it wants you to do, but... I think, it is funny, though, what they chose for it to be based on. I think it's, the variant for Green Hill Zone in this level is actually based on, there was, like, that, Mario hack at Super Mario Bros. 4, and there was, like a corrupt Green Hill Zone level. Or, no, I'm sorry, it was Sonic the Hedgehog 4. There was, like, that, like, bloody-looking Green Hill Zone level, where, like, Mario was trapped in a cage at one point. They chose that to be the variant of Green Hill Zone, and that was kind of funny. Too bad the level itself is unplayable. So, yeah, I won't be able to beat this level, because there's just so many dead ends. It's like all these block switches, and I don't know where any of the switches are that you need. And not to mention, it's under a time limit, but... I do like the creepy aesthetics, though. Just like a bloody Green Hill Zone. Like the backwards music and all that. It's so creepy. They should call this Green Hell Zone. Yeah, like, I don't know how you get past those switches. It's so stupid. There's like an underground area, but even then there's still nothing down there. Just more stupid crab meats and switches that you can't even activate. This level feels so unfinished. Okay, and that's all I have to show, so thank you for watching, see you next time, and have a great day.